before I started C60 with Finley. He's a 6-year-old Australian Shepherd. He developed seizures, and they just continually got worse and worse. And that's where we started. I had tried several other remedies and just medications, and just nothing really worked. What made me want to try C60 Power for Finley was I had seemed to try everything else, and nothing was really working. The medications from the vet they helped, but they were just awful. And he just wasn't himself. He's, an Australian Shepherd is a very active dog, and he was just laying around, wouldn't even get off the bed. So I didn't want him to be that way, obviously. So I just started researching and found out that this could be an option, and then there we are. If there's anything that might have made me hesitate to experiment with C60 on Finley, it was a little bit expensive, but I had read and some of the reviews and had actually talked to several others that had used it for just general overall health and wellness for their pets. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And obviously he's my baby, so cost at some point is not an issue. I just put it on their food. I just have either the C60 that's suspended in avocado oil, and then there's one that's MCT oil. And I just take a spoonful, put it on the food in the morning and at night. So a couple spoonfuls a day, probably, 2 or 3 tablespoons a day, and been doing that for a long time now. What surprised me the most about using C60 on Finley, my Australian Shepherd, is how quickly it worked. The reason I would recommend it is just because I've firsthand results that I've seen. At some point it's obvious that it works, and it worked for the exact reason that I had hoped it would. I would certainly recommend it to pets, really, also just for overall health and wellness of your pet. I've got another dog who's an Aussie Doodle. I give it to him as well. I mean, he's perfectly healthy. He's 3 years old, and he, just for the overall health and wellness. But as far as the effects that it had on Finley's condition, I would highly recommend it to anybody, probably for anything. I've been taking it for years, and it's really helped me. I know it's given me a whole lot more energy. I'll never be without it, that's for sure. Jay Herrin, Lubbock, Texas.